Now, I have a possible solution to what's been happening with these crazy markets today. Now, a lot of people are not talking about this, but this can be a very good asset in your guys' toolbox. Let's dive right into it, guys. So, guys, with the dollar going up and many currencies basically going down from this, we can look at some international investments. Now, for me, guys, I love international investments. It's probably one of the biggest things that I'm in, and precious metals. But besides precious metals, guys, now this is a little bit more risky than most would get involved with. But if you guys find a broker that you can change your dollars into other currencies, like the Korean won, the currency is doing absolutely amazing against the dollar. So look at it. You're going to get more for your money when it comes to Korean won than you could in the dollar. And since the markets in the States and pretty much across the world are getting hammered, maybe this be a good way to leverage or have in your toolbox some international investments. So if the dollar keeps getting stronger, it makes these companies even cheaper. So typically buying at the bottom. But this is an example of some of them. So if you look at some of the dividends, guys, some of them are paying 15%, 10%. Now, I'm not saying buy these individual companies, just exposing you to the idea of looking at international investments so you guys can have a bigger portfolio or a better portfolio or help manage have some income during these crazy times. Now, you have to break down some of the things like the PE ratio of the company, what the company is doing, but this is just an example of multiple companies having some type of dividend. Now, all I did was go to Investingcom, check out companies with basically a little bit of dividend to the maximum dividend that I have out there. So you guys can scroll through and figure out which ones you want. I will have the links posted below, but this is just one currency with the dollar doing really, really good against. Now, if you look at the chart, it's been doing very good for the last few months since 2021. February 2021 has been doing really, really good. So if you're in dollars and you go to Korea or using in Korea, you're doing really good on the exchange ratio. Now, another currency that's doing really good is the Hong Kong versus Hong Kong. Now, Hong Kong has some interesting PE ratios, interesting dividends, but international investing gives you more exposure. So if the dollar is having some issues, or companies in the States are having some issues and you're having some problems getting some income, international investing can give you guys, or international dividend investing can help out too. So here's a list of Hong Kong companies. I have a list below. You guys can check it out. Now, some are really, really high. Like, we go to some of the maximum dividends on here. Some are very, very high, but you have to be aware that some are not going to be paying that. There's some risks. Some are going to be paying annual. Some are quarterly. Just, you got to assess each one by one to figure out if it's worth it. But this will broaden your, information about, or give you some information about what's actually happening out there for international companies. You guys check other countries out there, but if you look at the dollar for Hong Kong, you can tell it's done really, really good over the last few months, and we might be going even higher. But also, guys, if you're looking at ETFs, since the dollar is up, you're going to look at some international ETFs to see how you guys can get exposure to those too. So if they're going to be increasing, you guys can get, on a cheap, you get it cheap, and if the dollar does reverse, you guys can leverage off that too. So I think it's a good time to get into international stocks, international ETFs, and stuff like that. Not in all markets, but just some markets. I think Korea is a good country, but also Hong Kong. But guys, if you guys want to find more information, just head to my website, andrejmcclendon.com, head to economy. Now, I'm still building the rest out, but you guys can check out precious metals and also commodities over here, stuff like that. But if you want to learn more about it, check out my website, guys, learn more about trading, investing, and trading systems. I just updated, so you guys please check it out. But that's the video, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one.